We're up here at the Knackaroos Lookout. Just leaving Timber Creek. On day I can't remember, but it's a lot. I think Jane said it's 5 weeks today. So we're up here, sun's about to rise. It's about 7 o'clock, so we're back on South Australian / Northern Territory time. We're both up here videoing. Bikes are awesome. What do you think, dear? Are you narrating? Yeah, and there's the Victoria River off in the distance, which will just be a speck on the GoPro. I would like to go to that bridge. And the Victoria River, and I think this is the biggest river that we've seen. Yeah, I think this would be the biggest river we've seen up north. I don't know if it is the biggest, but it's certainly big. But it goes nowhere, which is interesting. Bridge is closed. It's a pretty big bridge for just a walking bridge. A motorbike. It's got its girl face on. It's ready to go. It's saying, what are we stopping here for? And here we are in the Victoria River, the place, at the hotel. There's a helicopter in the background. There's big red cliffs over in the background that we've just ridden through. All looks pretty amazing. Would like to go on the helicopter flight, but yeah, no. Nice washing line there, dear. Is it? Where are we? Where are we, dear? Nitmilk. We are at Katherine Gorge in the camping ground. And it's pretty nice. And we haven't even seen the pool yet. Yeah, it's pretty nice. We've got a cruise booked this afternoon in about an hour and a half, and we're just taking it easy. I'm wondering if I should go get in the pool. That'd be quite nice. I might go up there and have a look.
The reason for this is in our dry season that we're currently in now, we actually have 13 separate pools of water, and we just number them from 1 to 13, and they're separated from natural rock bars.
Oh, he's leaving. Leaving without us.
Jeddah's Lookout. And it was made famous by a movie called Jeddah back in 1955. It was filmed by a guy named Charles Chauvel. And what it's about is a bit about the culture that we live with up here. So up here we have things such as skin groups and skin names. And we're working for a skinship system. And it just kind of lets us know who's who inside the family. The easiest way I can explain why we have it stops incest within the tribal group. Because now the Aboriginal culture, you can be related through multiple different ways. Now in this movie, you had Jeddah, which is the woman, and Marbach the man. Jeddah, she grew up at a cattle station, didn't know anything about her culture. She only knew what skin she was from, what skin group, and what her skin name was. And you had Marbach, he come out to that cattle station for a bit of work. When he come out there, he saw Jeddah, fell in love with her, and wanted to be with her. But they was actually forbidden to be together because their skin names matched up as brother and sister. So this is another water markings for our average wet season, but it's also a water marking for the worst wet season we ever had. So to give you an idea of our average wet season again, if you can imagine that larger cave on bottom sitting 3/4 full, that's our average wet season. Now the worst wet season we ever had was back in 1998. Now in 1998 the water levels in the second gorge here, if you can imagine that smaller cave up top sitting 2.5 meters underwater, that was the water levels in 98. So they were saying there was enough water coming through the second gorge here to fill up an empty Sydney Harbour Bridge every 9 hours.
Go on, go on. Oh, you're not putting your head under. Oh, that's not very exciting.
There's no hair dryers here. Can't wash your hair properly.
Come on, the camera's rolling. Quickly. Nice. Right out, here we go. I'll go for my typical entry. Yeah? Make sure that bloody door's closed. Oh, that's awesome. It's cold now. You've got crazy deer.
Hello. Nice side.
Yeah? Well, we're in Kakadu
We are.
and we're at Coinda,
Which is weird.
which is weird.
Yep.
But yeah, we rode from Katherine Gorge this morning after a pretty awesome gorge ride yesterday, and we're going for another cruise today because we've decided that boats are better than aircraft.
Yeah, I can handle boats.
Yeah, so we're going for a yellow water cruise today, so that should be awesome. And we're in the, what was it, the Coinda Resort
Winter Lodge Resort.
Lodge Resort eating area. It's pretty awesome, and there's an awesome looking pool over there which we'll have some video going very shortly. We're at the pool, which I promised, and there's a lovely fountain and it's amazing temperature, so we'll go. I can see you. It's a tough life, this pool hopping. You know, traveling around, going from pool to pool. Yeah, and this one's a pretty cool one. He's just looking at this floating Bay Maria. If we're going to see buffaloes and pigs, they're going to be in the distance, so it's another thing just to change your eye and look out into the maize pots on, because as you can see the water is a long way out. At the tree on the right here, you see the one further back, how it's really thick, it's got a vine growing on it. It's a wild passion fruit, and that is you a kingfisher spotted in there. So he's coming in from way at the back there. What are they eating? Very good eating, my favourite. I don't like crocodile, I don't like turtle. These are my favourite eating. No hormones, beautiful. Duck stew, beautiful. Straight on the coal. They're not like humans, we sweat to cool off, so they have to open their mouth to release some of their heat. So normally when they're doing that, they're cooling off. So with that other female up there, she was getting a tan, this one's cooling off. You're right, I got the boat under control. Trust me, girl. Well done. Oh, they're just amazing. Ambush predator.
He's waiting for us to all to go
in the wild, prehistoric, exactly. Yeah, was it like 50 million years ago when all the dinosaurs were wiped out? They believe the survival rate of the crocodile was because they're a cold-blooded animal. That tree on the left, or maybe even longer now, about 12, 13 years, they got hit by lightning and made a massive crack. Massive crack. Yeah, we heard that at the lodge and we come down the next day and it was still smouldering in the morning. Close up, as I was saying. That's where you can see all the green out there, where you think it's grass, that's actually meant to be lilies, guys. So what's happening there is the buffalo's going along there
because they're all hanging out in the distance there in the trees because there's water out here. And they're walking along and eating all those lilies and crushing them. Jumped on the boat there because there's a boat shuttle that takes you up to the waterfalls, and we used to operate it, and we lived out in bush. And every day we'd go down and start the boats up, and people would go down there because you're not allowed to swim there no more. Some 15 years ago, something like that now, they stopped swimming at Twin Falls because it's a men's area. It's where they go for their cultural law school. So women cannot swim in that water. So as they discovered. Starting to see peaceful. Quite often I'll come out here and you've had a few too many drinks. So you just drive upstream and turn the thermostat on.
Yep.
It doesn't take much to become this, guys. And they're looking for it every year. Wouldn't take you much to train and a bit of passion and you'll learn all of this.
We're having fish tonight. No, just finished our cruise and it was pretty good. Sunset was awesome. We saw heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps of crocodiles, as you saw. What do you reckon? The food has arrived here. Yes. What do you reckon to eat?
Do you know what it all is? Going to kangaroo,
Yep.
crocodile,
Yep.
buffalo,
Yep.
barramundi.
Yep. Olive. Veggie. Looks good.